Welcome back, everybody. So here we are on Hunter. Hunter, very much like Druid, got gutted with the core set changes. Not necessarily in terms of power level, but in terms of what their cards did. So what Hunter lost was they lost all. Number one, they lost what I would say all the relevant Beast synergy cards, which is Houndmaster and Kill Command. Because Houndmaster gave you a really powerful buff, and Kill Command let you go face. They lost all of those. They lost like and you can see they got Headhunter's Hatchet. It's a good weapon. It doesn't really make up for it. So on top of that, they lost Animal Companion, which is kind of like the card that consider like when you think of Hunter, Animal Companion is I would say more than anything that's the signature card of Hunter, and it's gone. So they lost a lot of and they lost other things like Eagle Horn bow. Not yeah, they lost Eagle Horn Longbow, and they lost Gladiator's Longbow, the 7 mana that could go 10 face or in a pinch remove 2 minions. So they lost a lot of their ability to deal damage. So the core set changes, the cards they got are really not all that impactful. Dire Frenzy's mediocre. Selective Reader's mediocre. Quick Shot, fine. Headhunter's Hatchet, fine. Web Spinner, fine. Tracking didn't change. So a lot of their cards, a lot of the cards they have, they they lost like a lot of their power and a lot of their identity. So they need something from Barrens to make up for that. And I would argue they didn't get the strongest, but it's like maybe number two or number three in terms of the second or third strongest sets. But I do not think that these are, how would I say this? I don't think it's enough to make up for what they lost. All right, going cards here. Warsong Wrangler. A 4 mana 3/4 Battlecry. Discover Beast in your deck. Give all copies of it +2/+1. So it's 4 mana 3/4. Draw a card or discover a card from your deck, which is good. Give a copy of it +2/+1, which makes this kind of like a 4 mana 5/5. It's like 4 mana 5/5. Draw a card. I mean, that's by you lose a little bit tempo now, but you gain tempo later. So when you look at it like that, it's really powerful. When you compare it to a card like Bright-Eyed Scout, which was one of those cards that people never really liked, but it always performed extremely well. And it's a better effect. It's a significantly better effect there. So the card by itself, I would say the card is gonna be a 4-star card. Like the being able to do all that is really good. So all right, next one here, go over. Piercing Shot. Deals 6 damage to a minion. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. So if you remember a long time ago, there was Cobra Shot. Cobra Shot, it was 5 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion, and deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. So obviously that's like really good. Sorry, what I was gonna say. Cobra Shot, it was a bad card, but in a time when you had so much ability to go face, that extra face damage compounded with all the other things to make Cobra Shot on its face a horrible card, a pickable card. Here, deals 6 damage to a minion. That clears anything going on turn 4. There's a lot of powerful frenzy stuff that has 6 health. This clears that so that it doesn't affect. And in a pinch, if you do have a situation where you need to go face, you just fire it at a token. Tokens are like people may not be drafting as much early game, but tokens are still going to exist. This is still going to have the opportunity to be 4 mana, deal 5 face or 4 or 3 or whatever you need from it. So and it's a common. So yeah, I would say like compared to Fireball, it's not Fireball, but it's still going to be a high 3, low 4-star card. Pat Kodo, 3 mana 3/3 Battlecry, discover a beast secret or weapon. There was Blink Fox, which was a 3/3 that added a random card from your opponent's class to their hand for Rogue. And that was a really good card. That was like a 90 or something. That was like a high 80s card. That was like a high 4-star card. So this, Discover, obviously better. Weapon is obviously better. Beast, there's a lot of powerful beasts. Secrets, there's a situation where the secret's going to work. So yeah, I think this is easily a 5-star card. This is a card like you always want to pick. This is going to kind of be your backbone going into the. This is going to be the backbone card of Hunter in Forged in the Barrens. Prospector's Caravan. 2 mana 1/3. At the start of your turn, give all minions in your hand +2/+1. So issue here with this is obviously it's a 2 mana 1/3 that doesn't do anything until the start of your turn. I made a post on Arena HS where I said that I think a lot of people are sleeping on this card because there is a lot less, there is not as many ways as you can think of to deal 3 damage. There's a lot fewer than you would expect. People aren't really playing 3/2s on 2 anymore. So if you play this on 2 and it goes off once, it's an incredibly powerful card. If you play this on 2 and your opponent can't remove it and you can protect it and it goes off twice or 3 times, this little guy or girl is going to be able to just literally win the game for you on blowout. So like that's the power level in this card. Now, when you get to the mid game, you get to the late game, this is complete garbage. It does significantly less than normal 2-drop would do. It's like it's too easy to trade into or it's too easy to remove. But in the early game, which is where I'm valuing this card, where I value a lot of the early game cards, it is really powerful. So overall, I think this card, it's a 3, it's still only a 2-star card. It's only a 2-star card just because of how weak it is, but when it does go off, it is going to win you games. Moon Prey. Deal 1 damage, summon a 1/1 hyena with Rush. There was a card on the hunt which was the same thing, and the 1/1 did not have Rush. So Wound Prey, obviously a power crept version of On the Hunt. So what can you do with this? You can use the 1 damage to trigger frenzy effects. You can use this as a quasi-arcane shot where you deal 2 damage to a certain thing. You can split the damage. Like obviously, this is a really good card. This is a 3-star card, no question. Tavis Storm. After a friendly beast attacks, summon a beast from your deck that costs 1 or less. This is Arena. Like, you're going to draft beasts, but you're not going to draft based around a legendary unless you get this early on. So, and then there's also the thing where this can whiff because you can't really make a deck that's entirely beasts. So there's a good chance if you play a beast, you may not have a beast of 1 mana lower for this to go off. So, like, those are my issues with the card. Still, though, it's a 3 mana 2/5, so with a positive effect, and if it goes off once, it's really good. So I would say low 3-star card for Tavish here. Kolkar Pack Runner. After you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 hyena with Rush. So you compare this to like a Violet Teacher. Violet Teacher, 4 mana 3/5. After you cast a spell, summon a 1/1. That was a good card. Kolkar Pack Runner, the 1/1 has Rush. It's cheaper and it's better on curve than the Violet Teacher, especially with the 2/3. So yeah, it's going to depend on spells you're going to have, but you are going to have spells. Think about how annoying Penflinger is as a 1 mana 1/1 with that Battlecry. Just think about how annoying this is. And then think about being able to basically get the same Penflinger effect while having a body on the board. So yeah, easy 4-star card here for the Pack Runner. Tame Beast. Summon a 2/2 Beast with Rush, upgrades when you have 5 mana. So it can be 4 and 6. So yeah, it goes like a little crab. The Beast upgrades to a Scorpid to a Rhino. So the Rhinos, I have not seen the Rhino before. The Rhino is actually pretty cool. All right, so you're probably not going to play, like if you play this on 2, a 2/2 with Rush, that's like decent. That's like, it's better than I would say normal 2-drop. On 4, a 4/4 with Rush is good. On 10, if you get to 10, you're probably not winning, but a 6/6 with Rush on 10, like maybe you have 2 of these in your hand, and that's like your last hurrah to play a couple 6/6s. So yeah, I can see situations where this is definitely a good card. I think this is a high 3-star card. Like, it's that really good card for its stats or value. Barak Kodomain. Battlecry, draw a 1, 2, and 3 cost spell. So I went over this. I'm going to double check right now, but if you look at, okay, first off, I have to take off the nature thing here. But if you go over to Hunter and you look at 3 cost spells, that's it. There are 3 cost spells in the entire set. 9 lives, you are not going to trigger. You're not going to take. Petting Zoo, you are probably not going to take. So it's literally Deadly Shot. So yeah, there is the edge case of if you somehow get Mancrick. The Mancrick's wife card costs 3 mana. So if you have Mancrick, then you'll be able to summon Mancrick's wife with this. So ultimately, this is Battlecry. Ignore the 3 because they got rid of all the good 3 cost things here. Here, I'm going to put my mouse cursor. I'm gonna see if I put my mouse cursor over it. Does it work? Okay, you don't see my mouse cursor. All right, I'm putting my mouse cursor over the 3 to tell you that this part is irrelevant. So it's a 3 mana 3/5. Draw a 1 and 2 cost spell. I would rather have Cobalt Spoken. Cobalt Spoken, they're random, but you guaranteed 2 1 cost spells, and it's a lot more whatchamacallit, it's a lot more reliable. So, and also as Hunter, like if we go 2 cost spells, there are like ignoring secrets, there aren't that many. Like if we ignore the secrets, it's Quick Shot, Tame Beast, Scavengers and New Ebola Shot. Like they're decent, but like it's Quick Shot and Tame Beasts. They're like the really good ones. So like even the 2 cost spells you're gonna draft. If you don't have secrets, it's not going to be all that great. Like Kid and Cash was, yeah, it's a secret. Is it all? So this is not going to be blah. So that's my point there. When I take a look at it, like it's still a good card. It's still probably a high 2 or a low 3-star card. It's just it's not going to go off nearly as much. It's not going to be nearly as powerful as you think it might be. Sunscale Raptor, 1 mana 1/3 frenzy. Shuffle a Sunscale Raptor in your deck with a permanent +2/+1. All right. So 1 mana 1/3s, those are okay. Are you going to trigger the frenzy? Probably not. So the second frenzy is a 1 mana 3/4, which is I don't know how good this is. I'm not sure how good drawing a 1 mana 3/4 is. Drawing a 1 mana 5/5, the third one, is kind of when it begins to pay off. But okay, so yeah, overall, Sunscale Raptor, not really. What would I say about this? Like, it's a fine card. I would say it's probably a 2-star card. Nothing really too special about that. All right, and that's Hunter. So again, when we take a look at the cards, Pack Runner, really good. Tame Beast, really good. Warsong Wrangler, really good. Pack Kodo, really good. Piercing Shot, good. Is really good. Wound Prey is good. This this is like the 7th best card, and this is a card that can potentially just win games if you can protect it, and you've got tools to be able to protect it. So yeah, overall, as I said, Hunter probably the 2nd or 3rd best set. I don't know how they're going to function, like how well they're going to be able to do. I do know that being able to aggro is pretty much an impossibility at this point. So yeah, okay, so yeah, Hunter, great set. I don't know how Hunter is going to be able to, how Hunter will do with this set. All right, next one after this is going to be Mage. So I will see you guys with the Mage. Bye.